What would you do if one of the creatures you trust the most, the one you consider part of your family, suddenly turned against you? From loyal dogs to exotic animals, humans have formed unique bonds with animals over the centuries. However, there are times when these bonds are tragically broken. History is filled with cases where pets, driven by primal instincts or extreme circumstances, became deadly to their owners. What happens when that loyalty is shattered? Imagine a chimpanzee in the middle of an experiment, changing its behavior and becoming a killer.
South African hospital after being attacked by 2 chimpanzees.
Or a family dog, previously calm and peaceful, losing control and causing the death of its owner. Today, we will explore 15 shocking cases where pets transformed from companions to dangerous predators. In fact, some of these incidents are so extraordinary that they seem straight out of a horror movie. Prepare yourself to uncover these chilling stories where animal instinct triumphed over human relationships. Case #1, Ruth Hodge and her pack of dogs, 2013, Pennsylvania. In a terrifying incident in 2013, Ruth Hodge, a Pennsylvania resident, was fatally attacked by her own pack of dogs, primarily a group of pit bull mixers. This event shocked her community and underscored the unpredictability of poorly managed canine pack dynamics. Hodge had raised her dogs from puppies and shared a deep affection for them. However, over time, they began displaying dominant and aggressive behaviors, which she attributed to occasional tensions between the animals. Instead of separating them or seeking professional help, she allowed them to continue living together under conditions that exacerbated their pack behavior. On the day of the attack, Hodge entered the area where the dogs were kept. Experts believe that a minor action, such as attempting to correct one of the animals, likely triggered an aggressive reaction. In a pack situation, dogs often follow the leader, which led the others to join in the attack. Hodge's familiarity with her dogs wasn't enough to stop them, and the attack turned fatal before anyone could intervene. Hodge's tragic case sparked widespread discussions about the proper management of strong dog breeds in groups. However, what deeply affected those who knew Ruth was how a relationship built on years of care and trust ended so brutally. The lack of early intervention and proper handling not only led to her death, but also posed a threat to anyone else who might have been near the animals in the future. Case #2, Bobby Hodge and his wolves, 2004, Texas. In 2004, Bobby Hodge, a passionate wolf enthusiast, tragically died at the hands of the same pack he had cared for over the years in his personal sanctuary in Texas. His devotion to these wild predators and his desire to bridge the gap between humans and wolves led him to overlook the inherent risks of living alongside such powerful and territorial creatures. Hodge spent years observing and caring for his small pack of rescued, captive-bred wolves. Despite his dedication and experience, wolves, even in captivity, retain their hierarchical and territorial dynamics. These social structures can be highly sensitive to behavioral changes or stress, potentially triggering violent responses. On the day of the incident, Hodge entered the enclosure to perform routine tasks like feeding the wolves or inspecting the area. For unknown reasons, the pack perceived him as a threat or a challenge to their hierarchy. Within minutes, the wolves attacked in a coordinated manner, displaying the instinctive behavior they use to hunt in the wild. Though Hodge attempted to defend himself, the ferocity of the attack left him with little chance of survival. Experts pointed out that prolonged coexistence with wolves can create a false sense of security for caretakers who may underestimate the strength of the animal's wild instincts. This case ignited a debate about the ethics of keeping wolves in captivity and humans' ability to adequately manage these creatures. Bobby Hodge's tragic death served as a grim reminder that while wolves can be admired for their beauty and mystique, their wild nature remains dangerous and unpredictable, even in controlled environments. Case #3, Al Simon and his pet bull, 2003, Minnesota. In 2003, experienced farmer Al Simon met a tragic end after being attacked by his pet bull, an animal he had raised since it was young and with which he appeared to share a strong bond. This incident highlighted the inherent risks of working with large animals, even for those with years of experience. Simon was well known in his community for his skill and knowledge in handling livestock. The bull in question, which weighed over a ton, had been part of his herd since it was young and was treated with familiarity. However, bulls, even when raised closely with humans, retain territorial instincts and may react violently to perceived threats or changes in their environment. On the day of the attack, Simon entered the bull's pen to perform routine maintenance tasks. For unknown reasons, the bull became agitated and charged at Simon with incredible force. The sheer power of a bull, particularly in its neck and shoulders, is capable of demolishing structures and causing fatal injuries in seconds. Despite his experience, Simon was unable to defend himself against the animal's attack. Simon's death shocked his farming community and sparked conversations about the importance of safety when working with livestock. While bulls are indispensable in farming, their unpredictable behavior makes them one of the most dangerous animals on a farm. This case serves as a reminder that even animals perceived to be under control can act on instincts that humans cannot always anticipate. Case #4, Marius Els and his hippo, Humphrey, 2011 South Africa. A South African farmer met a tragic end at the hands of his unusual pet, a 200-kilogram hippo he had raised since it was a baby. Humphrey, as Marius Els affectionately called him, was not a typical farm animal, but for Els, the hippo was like a son. From the moment Humphrey came into his life, Marius devoted himself to raising him, convinced he could tame Africa's deadliest animal. Hippos, despite their seemingly lumbering and slow appearance, are responsible for approximately 500 human deaths per year in Africa. They are extremely territorial and possess jaws capable of splitting a small boat in half. However, Els dismissed expert warnings, insisting that his bond with Humphrey made the animals safe. Over time, Humphrey became a local attraction. Marius allowed the hippo to roam freely on his property and even swam with him in a nearby river on occasion. However, in 2011, this idyllic relationship ended in heartbreak. Humphrey, for unknown reasons, attacked Marius, dragging him to the river. His body was later found with clear bite marks and fatal injuries. This incident underscores a harsh truth that many choose to ignore. Wild animals, no matter how domesticated they may seem, never lose their natural instincts. Humphrey, like all hippos, remained unpredictable and dangerous. Marius's belief that he could control the uncontrollable cost him his life, leaving behind a painful reminder that some animals are simply not meant to coexist with humans. Case #5, Pam Weaver and her camel, 2007 Australia. What began as a birthday gift ended in tragedy when Pam Weaver, a 60-year-old woman, was fatally attacked by her pet camel in Australia. Pam had received the male camel as a present. Although initially an unusual but seemingly harmless gift, the animal soon began displaying troubling behavior. While camels are generally calm, males, especially young ones that haven't been castrated, can become extremely aggressive. During mating season, they may exhibit dominant behaviors such as trying to mount other animals or even humans. On the day of the incident, Pam's camel acted aggressively, knocking her to the ground and sitting on her in an act of dominance. Unable to free herself under the animal's weight, Pam suffocated before help could arrive. This case highlighted the dangers of keeping large and strong animals as pets without proper understanding of their behavior. While camels are commonly used for transportation and tourism, their behavior in captivity can become erratic if not properly managed. Pam's tragic death served as a stark warning that even seemingly docile animals can be deadly without appropriate precautions. Case #6, Dan Brandon and his python, Tiny, 2017 United Kingdom. Dan Brandon, a 31-year-old reptile enthusiast from Hampshire, UK, was known for his love of reptiles, particularly Tiny, a 2.5-meter-long, 40-kilogram Burmese python. Brandon frequently shared his bond with Tiny on social media, showcasing what he believed to be a special relationship with the massive snake.
See if I can do this.
Tragically, that bond ended fatally in 2017. On the day of the incident, Brandon was found dead in his room, with Tiny loose nearby. According to the investigation, he had died of asphyxiation caused by the python's constriction, a natural behavior for the species. While Tiny did not attack aggressively, her powerful embrace was enough to kill Brandon. Burmese pythons are constrictors, meaning they kill their prey by wrapping around them and squeezing until they stop breathing. This behavior can be triggered by movements or signals the animal interprets as prey, even if no real threat is present. Forensic experts concluded that Tiny likely reacted to mishandling or misinterpreted a situation. Brandon's tragic death sparked a debate about the safety of keeping large reptiles as pets. While many reptile enthusiasts view them as fascinating companions, their strength and instinctive behaviors make them inherently dangerous. This case was a sobering reminder that even the most experienced owners cannot always predict or control a wild animal's natural responses, sometimes with deadly consequences. Case #7, Sandra Piovan and her wolf dogs, 2006, Pennsylvania. A pack of wolf dogs turning on their caretaker. This is the tragic story of Sandra Piovan, which occurred in 2006 in Pennsylvania. Sandra was known for her love of animals and fascination with wolves. Over the years, she raised a pack of 9 wolf dog hybrids, animals that combined the wild majesty of wolves with the domesticity of dogs. She firmly believed that with enough love and care, she could build a safe and harmonious relationship with them. However, what many saw as a passion ultimately became a dangerous obsession. On the day of the tragedy, Sandra entered the enclosure for her daily routine. Without warning, one of the hybrids exhibited aggressive behavior, likely responding to a perceived threat. This triggered a chain reaction among the other pack members who began to attack in coordination. In the wild, wolves operate as a group, and this hierarchical dynamic prevailed even in captivity. Sandra, unable to defend herself against multiple animals, succumbed to the attack before anyone could intervene. Neighbors, alarmed by the sounds coming from the enclosure, called authorities. When they arrived, officers found the hybrids surrounding Sandra's body. Despite being raised in captivity, the animals displayed typical wild behavior. This case reignited debates about the ethics and safety of keeping wolf hybrids as pets. Experts emphasized that while hybrids may resemble dogs, they retain deeply ingrained survival and hunting instincts. Sandra's tragic death was a poignant reminder that the line between wild and domestic is thinner than many believe, and crossing it can have devastating consequences. Case #8, Charla Nash and Travis the chimpanzee, 2009, Connecticut. A brutal attack on Charla Nash left her face unrecognizable, marking one of the most shocking cases involving wild animals kept as pets. Travis, a 14-year-old male chimpanzee, had been raised as part of the family by Sandra Herold in Stamford, Connecticut. Known for his near-human behavior, Travis could open doors, dress himself, and even ride in cars. He had appeared in TV commercials, becoming a local celebrity.
You could take the hat off.
Oh, the hat comes off.
Yep.
Okay.
However, experts had long warned that chimpanzees, especially adult males, are highly unpredictable and extraordinarily strong, capable of exerting 5 times the strength of an average human. On February 16, 2009, Travis escaped his enclosure and began behaving erratically. Sandra called her friend Charla Nash for help in controlling the chimpanzee. But when Charla arrived, Travis viciously attacked her, mutilating her face and hands in minutes. The attack was so savage that responding police officers were forced to shoot Travis to stop him. Charla Nash survived, but was permanently disfigured, losing her nose, eyes, and both hands. This incident sparked intense debate about the ethics and legality of keeping primates as pets. Despite being raised with love and care, Travis's wild nature could not be contained, leaving a harrowing lesson about the dangers of ignoring animal instincts. Case #9. Mark Vogel and his exotic pets, 2004, Germany. Mark Vogel, a 30-year-old man from Dortmund, Germany, was passionate about exotic animals, particularly venomous creatures. His apartment was like a miniature zoo, filled with tarantulas, snakes, lizards, and scorpions. However, his favorite pet was a black widow spider, known for its extremely potent neurotoxic venom. Tragically, his fascination with these creatures proved fatal. In 2004, authorities discovered Vogel's body after neighbors reported not seeing him for several days. The scene was horrifying. Vogel's body had been partially devoured by his own pets. Investigations revealed that he had been bitten by his black widow spider, which caused near-instant paralysis due to the venom. Unable to call for help, Vogel became trapped in his apartment, surrounded by the animals he had raised. Without food for days, the creatures reverted to their survival instincts. Lizards and snakes began feeding on his body, a grim testament to the fragile bond between humans and wild animals when primal instincts take over. This case sparked debate over the legality of keeping venomous animals in domestic settings, especially without proper expertise and safety measures. Although Vogel was a devoted caretaker, his tragic death highlighted the immense risks of keeping potentially deadly animals. His story serves as a chilling reminder that some creatures, no matter how fascinating, are not suitable as pets. Case #10, Terry Vance Garner and his pigs, 2012, Oregon. In a shocking incident, Terry Vance Garner, a farmer in Oregon, was devoured by his own pigs in 2012, leaving his community stunned by the details of his death.
Now authorities are leaning towards a heart attack or an animal attack as the reason for Garner's death.
Terry, 69, had spent years raising pigs on his farm. He considered them useful animals, large, heavy, but generally manageable. On the fateful day, Terry entered the pig enclosure as usual to feed them, but never returned. Hours later, a family member arrived to find fragments of his body scattered across the pen. Pigs are omnivores capable of consuming nearly anything, including human bones. While they are not typically aggressive, their behavior can become unpredictable when they are hungry, stressed, or in unusual circumstances. Experts believe Terry may have suffered a medical emergency such as a heart attack or stroke, leaving him defenseless. Another theory suggests that one of the pigs, which can weigh over 300 kilograms, may have accidentally knocked him down, triggering their scavenging behavior. This chilling incident underscored the risks of working with large animals. While pigs are a cornerstone of farming, their immense strength and instinctual behavior can pose unexpected dangers. Following Terry's death, new safety measures were implemented locally to prevent similar tragedies. His story not only shocked the farming community, but also highlighted the fine line between domestication and the latent wild nature in these animals. Case #11, Ronald Huff and his monitor lizards, 2002, Delaware, USA. Ronald Huff, a 42-year-old man from Newark, Delaware, was known for his passion for reptiles, particularly monitor lizards.
Call to check on the welfare of Ronald Huff.
These creatures with sharp teeth and powerful jaws are natural predators and can be extremely aggressive if not properly managed. Despite their reputation, Huff kept several monitor lizards as pets, caring for them diligently. In 2002, after several days of no contact, Huff's family alerted authorities. Upon entering his home, officers discovered a gruesome scene. Huff's body had been partially consumed, surrounded by his monitor lizards roaming freely around the room. Investigators concluded that Huff had likely suffered a heart attack or similar medical event, leaving him incapacitated. Unable to distinguish between their owner and prey, the lizards began feeding on him. Monitor lizards are carnivorous hunters that rely on strong survival instincts. Even when well fed, they can behave unpredictably in response to hunger or environmental stress. This case highlighted the inherent dangers of keeping wild and carnivorous animals in domestic environments, particularly those with strong predatory instincts. Huff's tragic death reignited discussions about the ethics and safety of owning exotic pets. While they may fascinate enthusiasts, their wild nature and strength make them significant risks. His story serves as a stark reminder that wild animals cannot be fully domesticated and their natural instincts can lead to deadly outcomes. Case #12, Kellyanne Walls and her black bear Teddy, 2009, Pennsylvania. A woman attacked by her own black bear while her children watched in horror. This is the tragic story of Kellyanne Walls, which occurred in 2009 in Pennsylvania. Kellyanne was passionate about exotic animals and firmly believed that even the most dangerous predators could be domesticated with love and care. She had raised Teddy, a 150-kilogram black bear, since he was a cub. To her, he was part of the family, and she trusted that their special bond made him harmless. However, one day while cleaning Teddy's cage, the bear reacted unexpectedly. Following his wild instincts, Teddy attacked Kellyanne with his claws and teeth, overpowering her in seconds. Her children and a neighbor tried to intervene, throwing objects and shouting to distract the animal. The neighbor, armed with a rifle, shot the bear in an attempt to save Kellyanne, but it was too late. Black bears, while less aggressive than grizzlies, possess devastating strength, capable of breaking bones with a single swipe. This case highlighted the inherent risks of keeping predators as pets. Despite being raised in captivity, a bear's wild instincts never fully disappear. After the tragedy, the local community began questioning the lax laws surrounding exotic animal ownership in the region, with many advocating for a ban on keeping predators as pets. Kellyanne's story serves as a stark warning of the potentially fatal consequences of overestimating humanity's ability to tame the untamable. Case #13, A.J. Merrick and his Bengal tiger, 2003, Illinois. A.J. Merrick was a big cat enthusiast who devoted his life to raising and living alongside a Bengal tiger named Shere Khan. However, in 2003, this passion led to a fatal encounter when the tiger he had raised since it was a cub attacked him in his private enclosure in Illinois. From a young age, Merrick had been fascinated by wild animals, and raising Shere Khan was a dream come true. However, despite years of cohabitation, Merrick often disregarded basic safety protocols recommended for handling big cats. He allowed the tiger to interact closely with him, trusting that their personal bond could override the animal's natural instincts. On the day of the incident, Merrick entered Shere Khan's enclosure to feed him, a task he had performed hundreds of times before. However, the 230-kilogram tiger reacted aggressively, possibly due to an unknown stimulus or accumulated stress. Shere Khan attacked Merrick with claws and teeth, inflicting fatal injuries within moments. The strength of a Bengal tiger is unmatched. Its bite can crush bones, and a single paw strike can bring down prey its own size. This case not only sparked outrage over Merrick's death, but also raised concerns about the tiger's well-being. Shere Khan was relocated to a specialized facility, but many questioned whether the animal should have been kept in human care to begin with. Beyond the tragedy, this story underscores the fundamental incompatibility between a tiger's predatory instincts and the idea of domestication, a dangerous misconception that enthusiasts like Merrick embrace, often with catastrophic results. Case #14, the Siegfried and Roy tiger attack, 2003, Las Vegas. On October 3, 2003, Siegfried and Roy's iconic Las Vegas show took a tragic turn when Roy Horn was attacked by Manticore, a 7-year-old white tiger.
Most dominating part of our show are the animals, and especially the white tigers.
For years, the duo had mesmerized audiences with performances that appeared to defy nature, showcasing a seemingly harmonious relationship between humans and big cats. That night, however, the reality of working with wild animals was brutally exposed. The attack occurred during a live performance in front of a stunned audience. Midway through the show, Manticore deviated from the routine and grabbed Roy by the neck, dragging him off stage. Despite frantic efforts from the staff to subdue the tiger, the damage was already done. Roy suffered severe injuries, including massive blood loss and critical neurological damage. He was rushed to the hospital, where doctors managed to save his life, but he was left with permanent impairments that affected his mobility and speech. The incident shocked the entertainment world and divided public opinion. While some defended Manticore, arguing that the tiger's behavior was instinctual, others criticized the practice of using wild animals in performances. Siegfried maintained that the tiger did not intend to kill Roy, suggesting instead that Manticore might have been reacting to a possible stroke Roy had suffered during the act, trying to protect him by carrying him away. The attack marked the end of Siegfried and Roy's legendary career and spurred changes in the entertainment industry. Many venues that featured wild animals began implementing stricter safety measures or eliminating such acts entirely. The tragedy also strengthened the case for animal rights organizations advocating for stricter regulations on the ownership and use of big cats. Manticore's attack left an indelible mark on the history of show business, underscoring the inherent risks of working with wild animals and raising ethical questions about using these majestic creatures for entertainment. Case #15, Andrew Oberle and the Chimpanzee Attack, 2012, South Africa. In 2012, primatologist Andrew Oberle suffered a near-fatal attack by two chimpanzees while working at a sanctuary in South Africa, highlighting the dangerous unpredictability of wild animals even in controlled environments. Oberle, a graduate student specializing in primate behavior, was conducting research at the Jane Goodall Institute's Chimpanzee Eden. Known for his passion for primates and dedication to conservation, Oberle made a critical mistake during a routine observation. He crossed an interior fence designed to keep humans at a safe distance from the chimpanzee enclosures.
Hi, I'm Andrew Oberle. I'm the Executive Director of the Oberle Institute at St. Louis University.
By stepping into the restricted zone, Oberle inadvertently triggered the animal's territorial instincts. Two adult chimpanzees dragged him under the main fence into their enclosure and launched a brutal attack. Over several minutes, Oberle sustained life-threatening injuries, including the loss of fingers, a foot, and severe facial disfigurement. Only his physical resilience and the swift intervention of sanctuary staff saved his life. Oberle was airlifted to a nearby hospital where he underwent extensive reconstructive surgeries and a long rehabilitation process. The incident underscored the immense strength of chimpanzees, whose muscular power is 5 times that of an average human. Their aggressive behaviors are often triggered by perceived threats to their territory or safety. This attack echoed other high-profile chimpanzee incidents, such as the 2009 case in Connecticut when Charla Nash was horrifically disfigured by a pet chimpanzee. Both events reignited debates over the ethics and risks of keeping primates in captivity, whether in sanctuaries or as pets, emphasizing their wild and highly unpredictable nature. And there you have it, 15 shocking stories that remind us of the power and danger of living alongside wild animals. Which of these stories impacted you the most? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share it, and subscribe for more amazing content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our next video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.